One Piece.
One Piece.
New One Piece. This is One Piece chapter 1038, Kid-in-Law versus Big Mom. Last we left off, actually, we have a cover page thing, a little cover story thing. Apparently, Yanji and Niji were captured by Big Mom's people, and they're in her book of strange creatures. And we see some familiar faces from Big Mom's crew there. Oven is there, and so is Pudding, actually, which I think is important.
I was really upset that they caught Niji.
Okay, I'll say this. I think the important thing to glance here, and this is my theory for this overall cover, is I think Pudding's gonna help them escape and go with them. And I think they're gonna reunite at some point towards the end of the story via the Germa 66. I have to do a physical representation of the
right. No, I'm just letting you know I'm in total understanding.
Anyway, into the chapter proper. We start off with Raizo and that ninja guy. They're still doing their mutual paralysis jutsu thing. And this guy is mutual paralysis. Yeah. This guy is begging Raizo to undo the jutsu because they're petrified in space. They can't escape the surrounding fire. Raizo's already on fire. And this guy is like, undo the jutsu, Raizo, or we'll both die. And Raizo's just standing there like, I guess we both gonna die then.
Yeah, he's okay with that.
Yeah, later, dude.
We went over this, right? He almost bowled already. Like,
yeah, he's currently on fire. Before the fire got to him. Now he's completely engulfed in flames. And this ninja guy.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. And this guy, is he burned yet?
No, he just got the fire on him. He's where Raizo was the last time we saw them. So very momentarily, this guy will also be completely on fire.
Dude, he's toasting right now.
Yeah. Oh my god, he's holding on, man. I mean, respect to Raizo, you know. We cut over to the second floor where the cave is the ceiling is about to cave in from, I guess, the fire, because the fire is all consuming and is fucking everything up in this place. Because everything in Wano is made out of wood, so easily collapsible.
Pretty much.
The ceiling caves in, and who's there to save friend and foe alike? It's fucking Jinbei. He comes in, holds the ceiling up, and he is deliberately saving these folks. Even like he was gonna save like the samurai because they're on their side, but there seem to be folks on Kaido's side also there that he's trying to save, because he sees it as like it's one thing to die in battle, but these flames are gonna kill scores of men all on their own. Scores of men.
Sure.
Meanwhile, on the performance floor, Chibi Chopper comes back to regular Chopper, which is still Schmo. He's still Schmo. And he's like, cool, I guess my Gear 3rd effect is over. I can be back to normal size now. And he immediately goes to Miyagi, the goat doctor. And he starts to talk about how, like, he's worried about Zoro because the medicine they gave them has the shonen protagonist healing effect, which is it'll heal you completely for like 25 minutes, and then after it'll be worse than before. So that's
you're gonna fight like a Soul Reaper and die like an insect.
Yeah,
right?
That's how it goes.
You lose all the blood, but when your Rayatsu's up.
Yeah.
Zoro will be alright though.
Yeah, I mean, speak of the devil, he's out there right now. He can't move, and all he can see is what looks like the Grim fucking Reaper here to collect his soul. And he can't move. So I guess we're supposed to think this is actually the canonical death of One Piece, like the death figure.
I'm wondering, like, is this like a real thing happening right now? Is this?
My bet it's Brook.
Metaphorical.
Why do I feel like this is Brook for some reason? I don't know.
Gonkichi.
Yeah, why do I feel like
That'd
it's
be really
Gonkichi?
funny if he's just hallucinating.
Yeah. And it's just Brooke. He's just like, what are you doing? He's just like in his regular clothes. And Zora's just like, I see the devil.
He looks like Brooke. Look at his skull.
That's what I think.
And you could argue that that's the hair under. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like it's Brooke.
Maybe that's just how he just draws those skeletons like that.
I mean, there's only so many ways you could draw a skeleton, They all kind of look the same. Meanwhile, Frankie's looking for Zoro and he doesn't know where Zoro went. So he's just trying to blitz through all the bad guys that are around. Izo gets a little moment. He jumps from the crawl space to the basement floor. He's a little fucked up. He got a little careless in the big battle. And he turns around because he hears like a footstep. And it turns out it's the CP0 guys, both of them. And they identify themselves and they say, and you know what? They just let Izo go, which is interesting. Where they're like, we don't have time to deal with you right now. I know we're not supposed to be letting fucking Whitebeard crew members escape, but right now we're prioritizing the Straw Hat Pirates. So they're about to bounce, and then Izo stops them, and he says, no, CP0, don't go yet.
And some information that I want to snitch. I hope not.
Well,
I don't know why you're talking to the coppers.
Well, you're 0 for 1 on snitching accusations. So, I don't know.
He could be just trying to hold them up.
Yeah.
But they're not going to care about him wanting to fight them. He's probably going to, like, taunt them with information.
Yeah.
Dangle it like a carrot in front of them.
Yeah. I wonder what he wants.
But if he tells, he's a rat.
He is a rat if he tells.
Fucking rat, I say.
A rat, I say. Meanwhile, at the Armory Castle basement, Yamato makes it literally right on time to, like, link up with the fucking flame monster that's coming directly down on the big cartoony bombs that Kaido keeps around. He freezes them with his ice powers as whatever mythical creature he is. And that's pretty sweet, I guess. The ice prevents the fire from breaching through right away and gives Yamato the ability to the opportunity to just try and swat this fucking thing off of the explosives. But the fucking fire monster grows hands and I guess throws a fire punch at Yamato, which is pretty wild. Meanwhile, on the performance floor,
I breathe fire on it. I don't know. Was that a punch? Yeah, it was.
He said there were hands, like he's sprouting hands. If you see that little panel in the corner.
Oh yeah, it says hands. Yeah, you're right. You know what? I actually skipped over that.
Yeah, I mean it's a small panel.
Good catch. Yeah, it's a good catch. It's a whole fucking speech bubble. Anyway,
yeah. Big Mom, meanwhile, on the performance floor, is absolutely just like taking Kid and Law's lunch right now. She's beating them down. Their crew members are begging her to stop because they can't move right now. And
please, all right, they lost. Just right. Let us heal them.
They good. You good. You good.
You got it.
You good.
You got it.
Please, they've had enough. And she floats away. He's like, fine, I guess I'm done here. And the other crew members are going over to help their captains, but she beats the shit out of them too with her lightning powers. She's like, nope, no healies for these boys. And then as Big Mom is floating away, she's actually kind of getting tired at the moment because Kid and Eustace are like not Kid and Eustace, Law and Kid are wearing her down, it seems. But she thinks the battle is over, but then Law uses Kroom, which is the awakened version of the Op fruit. He applies it to a sword and does like a power pole extend type thing directly through Big Mom's arm and through her chin. Which is honestly, I like this panel a lot for some reason. I think it's a really well drawn panel.
I mean, the people say Big Mom's dead, and I immediately looked at the picture and looked at what they said and was like,
whoa.
Yeah, she died. I mean, she got stabbed in the fucking head.
But
is there a thing? Is that a thing that doesn't kill her?
Well, I think Law. It is weird what Law because
it's because of the awakening,
right?
It's so under Law's room, so it's not really like an actual stab. It's more like it's passing through her and attacking her from the inside.
Exactly.
So it's kind of like Armament. It's kind of like Rio, but as a devil fruit.
Right.
Yeah. So the thing with Big Mom is that like she's super sturdy on the outside, and that's why Law's attacks in particular are a bad matchup for her because he can attack her from the inside, which is what he does here. He basically phases his sword into her and delivers a shockwave from within. So that's why he's able to deal the amount of damage that he can on her. He's pretty much the perfect matchup against Big Mom, honestly. And meanwhile, Kid is in the background just magnetizing all of her I-beam homies that she created and making it part of the big giant bull mech that he usually makes. Is like probably his elephant gun equivalent when Luffy goes into third gear, and he just charges after Big Mom and just collides her into a wall. And that's where the chapter ends. Big 2-page spread of Kid and Law declaring that they'd rather die than let her go up to the roof. And that's where the chapter ends. A lot more happened than just Law and Kid versus Big Mom. There was a lot of establishing the plot and jumping around. But yeah, with that being said, I think we're going to throw it over to thoughts. Joshua Cole, what did you think about this chapter?
Okay, so I had a very small amount of respect for Kid and a mild respect for Law. It's not that Law's weak or nothing. It's just that for as crazy as his ability is, he really should be a much bigger deal. I think this is one of those characters. I'll get to my point in a second. As far as Law goes, like, I think he's one of those characters that Oda just really liked and thought of this cool ass idea for just, like a rival or a peer, like to Luffy. And it just, maybe he didn't think too much about it. The fact that his ability lets him do like wild shit like this, like send shockwaves through people's body and warp things around. I just think his ability is, I'm pretty sure we talked about this before, but he has like the greatest ability in One Piece and probably like in a lot of other series too. You know what I'm saying? He's a reality warper. He's like your boy Prometheus.
Yeah.
You know, he could be an X-Men, bro.
He is.
He could be an X-Men.
Yeah.
Law's an X-Men. I said it. So with that said, like I've never been that impressed by like their feats because they haven't really taken anybody out in particular. Not that I can remember. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But I like how Oda's not letting them fall flat. I thought it was mad weird that they was just knocked the fuck out and then got up. I was gonna criticize it, but I never go that hard on One Piece ever. I always reserve certain thoughts because I feel like it's rewarding in the end.
Yeah.
It's good enough to overlook slight disagreements, I don't know, or inconsistencies if like the end result is just going to be incredible.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think I don't know. I was a little excited for this fight, and I was a little bit excited for this fight, and then I seen Oda found a way to make Kid even a metal manipulator like Kid is going to succumb to Oda's will and use animals as part of his special move. I thought that was incredible. I really thought I was thoroughly impressed with Oda. Not surprised. And it makes total sense. I mean, he can morph his metal into a bunch of other things, and yeah, he made it an animal for his greatest move yet.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what's next. Maybe he'll create more machine. Maybe he'll make Voltron or something. Yo, if Kid makes Voltron with a bunch of metal or something like that, like a morphin. Yeah, I don't know why I did Jutsu hand sign, but I'm excited.
I mean, I guess you transform. Yeah.
Yeah. Cypher Fall is around doing stuff still, so it's super interesting. I like this chapter a lot.
Yeah. Brian, what did you think?
I thought this was a really awesome chapter, to be honest. I wouldn't say it's RGC.
Really awesome.
It was really fun to see like some random bullshit. Basically, like I'm pretty sure it is Brooke as well. Like he's under disguise with Robin under his coat or some shit. Like I could see that happening.
That's true. He's hiding Robin because the CP0's after her directly.
That's a good point, Brian.
I think what it's going to end up being is maybe like Frankie, Robin, and Brooke versus Cypher Pole.
Yo!
That would be fucking crazy.
I mean, there's two of them. They're just going to
but those two are fucking...
Yeah, no, for sure.
CP9 is...
They pirates. The fuck?
Plus CP0 is like a next level from CP9, and we were struggling against those guys.
No fair ones. I don't care. Straw Hat's gonna fold them up. They're gonna jump them.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be great.
Also, they took out like X Drake and almost Apu, like no problem.
They're chumps.
They are chumps.
Loose change.
They are.
I mean, they're stronger, but those two are stronger than most of the Straw Hats.
Maybe. It's hard to power scale them because they got dealt with so easily.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
I mean,
I don't want to be that way.
Apu's kind of a wild card.
Yeah.
But X Drake being a dinosaur, which is technically an animal, and in the One Piece series, I guess he is a cut above everybody else that's not an animal or the top three.
Yeah, so, he's superior.
I guess that puts him over like Robin.
Yeah.
Yes, Usopp. Not Chopper because he's an animal too.
Yeah. If you're done, Brian, I guess I'll like move on to mine. I like this chapter quite a bit. It's funny. The amount of jumping around in this final battle, it's a lot. This battle has been going on since like before the 1000th chapter, and like it feels like very chaotic and kinetic, and it feels, it is like just such a bigger scale every time he does these arcs, where there's so many moving pieces that Oda is controlling at one point. That I think it gives off the illusion that the Straw Hats are kind of going through this, because there's a consensus online that they're just like walking through Kaido's men right now.
They're neglecting all of the setup that led to this.
Yeah,
Oda puts in the groundwork, I mean,
I agree with that. I think it
was really hard for them to get to this point.
For sure. I mean, people also neglect that. In theory, they have a cumulative month on this island before this raid began training. And Luffy specifically training in Ryuo. So, and even still, he got his ass whooped a second time by Kaido. It's not that easy. It only feels easy because there's so much happening at one time that we don't focus on any particular battle for a very long time. So in theory, fights are longer than they seem. So Sanji and Zoro have been fighting King and Queen for longer than their individual fight when they began. You know what I mean? So I think people are kind of neglecting that. It's hard to keep track because this is a very long arc, and a lot of things come in and out of the mind. But I guess I just wanted to comment on that real fast. I guess we're coming to a head because this fucking fire thing's in the basement now. So things have really got to get settled quickly.
Yeah.
But I am enjoying this. I do enjoy the battle between Kid and Law and Mom, Big Mom. I think it is smart to build that Law as one of the few people that can actually beat her, strictly because the hungrier Big Mom gets, and I guess she isn't hungry right now, but when she's in this form, she's just so super duper durable. Probably even more so than maybe Kaido at this point, because people have said that she's basically got indestructible skin. So Law being able to come in from within and attack from within to weaken her is pretty cool. Very smart use of his ability. As far as
if I could cut him real quick.
Yeah.
I think something that maybe we could all agree on is that Big Mom may have a higher talent, I guess we'll call it, than Kaido. Like, I think her power is vastly superior, because what's Kaido's? Dragon? You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
Yeah.
Cool, but he would have been a thug anyway. But Kaido is just clearly the better fighter.
Yeah, for sure.
Probably a lot smarter than her too.
Yeah, I mean, he's the boss of this, you know? Also,
yeah, he knew to this, he true to this.
Yeah. I'll say this about the OP-ness of Law's ability. And it's funny, because when you really break down what Law can do with his power, I wouldn't call it... I feel like reality manipulation is a little bit extreme for what he can do. Because the most we've ever seen him do is kind of just like warp things within the rooms that he's created. He can keep people alive and, take them apart and keep them alive in this room. Like, he can't just like he doesn't get super strength from this at all. He doesn't get any additional stats.
Right. But in the X-Men series alone, there's different types of reality warpers, right? There's like psionic ones, like what's his name? Like Xavier's son. Forgot his name already. Legion. You know what I'm saying? Where his reality distortion happens in the mind, and how his mind could affect the world around him and other people's. It's more of a mental thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whereas I guess like Prometheus, it's more like chemical, I think. Like he can create new elements and shit and make things work differently than they're supposed to. So it's like mechanically, I don't know the word for it, but kinetic, whatever. He I don't know. I think taking someone apart into pieces is warping reality. But then again, you have someone like Buggy whose fruit allows him to be into pieces, and we wouldn't call that warping reality. So you're right. I think his ability is pretty defined.
Yeah,
as far as what he can manipulate. Huh?
It's really strong, and that's for sure. And if you have enough hockey, you can have a resistance to what he can do to you in the room.
The way I see, you know what? I didn't think about that. I didn't really consider that. But what I was going to say is that the function of the room, in my opinion, is that he creates. It's almost like with Jujutsu Kaisen, where he creates a domain, and if you're in it, that's GG. But I guess if you have a strong enough hockey or will or whatever it is that can resist it, I guess you're fine.
Yeah, I mean,
obviously he's not doing that to Big Mom.
Right?
What would you say, Brian?
Virgil was able to resist it, right, for the most part, until
Virgil was able to resist it because he, at the time, had the most hockey. Like, he was known for specifically having very high amounts of like hockey control. So,
who?
Virgo, remember from Punk Hazard all the way back?
Oh, Virgo, that's his name, not Virgil.
The guy he cut in half, along with the big with Caesar Clown's factory. That was over 400 chapters ago. I
can't believe you don't remember that, Josh.
I can't believe you don't remember 400 chapters ago, Josh.
Come on, bro. What do you think,
What's
bro?
going on here?
You can't remember 400 chapters, Josh?
How dare you not have
Jesus Christ, yo.
Not an encyclopedic.
It was really that long ago?
Yeah, man. Dude, that was 2012.
There's 36 weeks in a year, roughly. Let's say that. 36 chapters is a year, bro. And not even because he be taking breaks. But let's just give him that. Let's say 36 fucking chapters a year, right?
Mm-hmm.
36. All right. Alright. So 400 divided by 36. I don't feel like doing math right now.
Yeah, I don't know why you started.
Listen, it's a lot of years. It's a lot of years.
It is a lot of years. That came out in 2012 because I remember that.
It's like over 10. That was like 10 years ago.
I remember that because that's when Viz went digital with Shonen Jump releases.
Oh my god!
They did it at the start of like Punk Hazard.
There's no way that was 10 years ago.
No, it wasn't.
That
10.
was less than 10 years ago.
It wasn't 10 years
to give
ago.
you some context. We've been in Wano for 5 years.
We have not been in Wano for 5.
It started in
Stop
2018.
Brian,
It started in 2018.
Stop it. I know the exact chapter that it started in.
I'm literally looking at it. It says 2018.
No way.
That's not 5 years ago.
Oh, okay, 4 years
It's
ago.
4
My
years
bad.
ago. Hey,
Oh shit.
Whoops, it's my bad, bro. The 4 years is much less.
anyway. Point being, you should feel ashamed of yourself.
Wow. Wow, that's life right there, man.
Yeah.
Measured in One Piece chapters.
Yeah, I mean, One Piece is technically just as old as Brian is.
Yeah, me and One Piece go way back.
Brian is...
Oh, you feel special about that, Brian.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know what?
I
think it was also released on September as well. Just saying.
Okay. Oh, all right. I feel pretty good about that.
Just
now.
saying.
All right. All right. So what's
I don't know, man. September is just kind of the best best month ever. You know, September '97.
Now I feel special too because I was September.
He was
baby,
also born in September.
What's up, Chris? What's up, Chris?
You don't Damn, Chris. Come on, bro.
Thank you.
Stop it.
Thank you, bro.
3 months off, bro. 3 months off.
You don't think
from greatness?
You don't think I regret every single day that I wasn't born in September, the same month that One Piece came out? I feel like Code.
You know, bro, you're right. That was out of line. I made a wild assumption that you wouldn't have been dreading that every day of your life.
I feel like Code.
By the way, I was
sorry.
You know how Code is like, I worship the Momoshiki, the Otsutsuki,
yeah.
and I can only be just this guy. I'm never gonna be an Otsutsuki. That's how I feel.
By the way, One Piece actually. Oh no, the first volume came out. Never mind.
In July?
No. The first volume came out on Christmas.
When did the first
I'm
chapter
trying to
come
find
out?
out when the first chapter came out.
A moment of truth. But I guess in the meantime,
July. It did come out in July.
Dog! One Piece started on my birth month!
Wait. No, Chris. It's even crazier. July 19th.
Stop it! That's the day before my birthday.
What's going on?
Ah!
Can we move on from One Piece? I'm over it.
I can.
We get into some Jujutsu Kaisen.
Hold on. Before we do that, this was actually the audience voted RGC.
Certified
Wow.
RGC. Certified
Wow.
RGC. Certified RGC.
Deserve this.
I'm only surprised because it wasn't Black Clover.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, is Black Clover off this week? I was just about to
no,
ask.
it's on. It was on the poll, too.
Tell me you ain't read Black Clover without telling me you ain't read Black Clover.
Yeah. One Piece won, and you know what? Well deserved. Good chapter. I enjoyed it a lot. Tell us what you guys think in the comments below, if you're so inclined.